Alright, hey everybody, it's Chad from Six Blog. I'm Stick, and today I just want to do a little update video and talk about my Gossamer Gear LT4 trekking poles for just a minute. Some of you may have watched in my post-hike gear review I did after our Rhone Highland trip. I had a couple of issues with my LT4 trekking poles, and one of the issues was about 3 days into the hike I looked down and realized that one of my tips on the lower section of my poles was completely gone. Not the whole tip, just the little actually carbide tip that's in the very end. And then also I had some issues with getting one of my trekking poles to lock for the entire length of the trip. What I ended up having to do was just to get it to lock, I just basically turned the little rubber piece that actually locks into the trekking pole, and I kind of got it to where it was almost tight just a little bit, and then shoved the top of my trekking pole over that and then just kind of locked it in place. Generally I don't really change the lengths of my poles while I'm on a trip, so by doing that I was fine. The pole did well the whole trip. It's just that, like I said, that initial hang on, this cat. Anyway, the initial time when I first started the hike, I had trouble getting it to lock. I used the other trekking pole for my hexamid when I set the hexamid up, and like I said, it did fine, adjusting it, readjusting it, doing whatever. So, saying that, when I got back in, I sent the shaft, and I actually sent the whole trekking pole that I had trouble with, because the same one that lost the tip was also the same one I had issues with getting it to lock. I sent the whole pole back to the guys at Gossamer Gear, and I sent it out on a Monday, and awesomely enough, they had it back to me that Saturday of the same week. So it took 6 days for me to ship it and get it repaired and get it back. However, I neglected to put a note in with the pole asking them to check out the locking mechanism on it, and so I emailed them when I got it back to ask them if they found anything wrong with it, because when I tried it with my shaft, my top shaft, I still found I had issues when I got it back. And come to find out, since I didn't put a note in there, they didn't realize to check it. So just a heads up on that. If you have to send your poles or anything back, make sure you send a note letting them know what to do. So that was my bad. I did exchange emails with one of the guys before I sent it, and I should have just put a note in there and asked them. But anyway, once I got it back, I realized also that the tip that they had put on is a different design or style tip than what was on my old poles. So since I was going to send it back for them to check out the locking mechanism on, they also just told me to put in my old pole and send my old lower shaft back, and they will go ahead and replace the tip. That way it would be matching tips and everything. So today is Saturday, and FedEx just dropped this off to me. So I'm going to take it out and see how it works and show you the new tips that they're using on their poles too. And I would like to say too, well, I'll get to that in a minute. So, one thing I want to show you, the cap has broke off in the box here. So, I don't know. Anyway, my EDC for today is my Spyderco Delica 4. I've been carrying this almost exclusively since the day I received it. There's a few days I threw in my Tenacious, and I've carried it because I like my Tenacious a whole lot. And just for a heads up, I'm about to order the Sage, well, the Sage 2, I believe it is. It's the one with the carbon fiber handle. But I'm about to order that. But anyway, go ahead and open this up here. And we'll check out the poles. There's one. There's two. And that's it. Okay. I don't know if you can see that real well, but these are the new tips that they've been using on their poles. The other tips that they had, they were actually kind of bullet shaped on the very end. But anyway, they went to these new tips. So there we go. And I'm not sure which one was the one I had issues with. And to be honest, I don't know if they they didn't send any, there's not any kind of paperwork in there, so I don't know if, what they found out about it. But just go ahead and see here. I heard that one squeaking going in, so I think that one's gonna work. Alright, that one works. No problems whatsoever. And this one here. Yeah, they squeaking. I bet they replaced the rubber. They're actually kind of hard to push in. Alright. There you go. They both lock up. So, pretty happy with it. And the tips are pretty good on them. They're not loose. But anyway, I still like my poles. Regardless of the fact that I had issues with it, I was still able to use the trekking poles on the last hike. Like I said, I just had issues up front with getting it to lock. And boy, these seem much tighter. I don't know if that's just a different kind or what, but well, those seem much tighter. You can actually hear them squeaking when you're shoving them in. That's strange. But hey, they lock, and that's what's cool. So anyway, just wanted to kind of give you a heads up about the trekking poles. Right now, I mean, they're in great shape. I have no issues with them right now. They're locking up like they're supposed to, and I'm pretty happy with them. Look forward to continue using these on more hikes, and just kind of seeing how they hold out in the long run. So anyway, if you have any comments, questions, feel free to post them below this video or on my blog, and I appreciate you watching, guys. We'll see you next time.